You think she ghosted you because she changed her mind. But her mind didn't decide anything. Her nervous system did. Let's dive in. Hey guys, Fabio Elmo here, and welcome to this video. I say this a lot in my videos. It's not her mind, it's her nervous system. Okay, but I realize most men still don't really get what that means. So today I want to make it clear. Not as a doctor, not as a therapist, but as a man who lived it and learned how to truly see it. Okay, I dated more than 150 women over the last 10 years. So I'm not saying this to brag. Okay, let's make that clear. I'm saying this because it gave me clarity. Okay, because once you understand this, you'll see women differently. You'll understand attraction and loss of attraction on a much deeper level. Okay, so what is the nervous system? I'm going to tell you on my whiteboard. So let me show you something. You see this man here. He's grounded. He's present. He has magnetic energy. He's not chasing. He's just there, present. Okay? He's just in his masculine energy, calm, safe, rooted. Now here, you have the woman. Now watch closely. She feels him. Okay? A woman is an emotional being, so she feels much more the energy of a man than vice versa. A man doesn't feel that much the energy of a woman, okay? And so she feels the energy, not through her mind, but through her body. Okay, her heart opens, she softens, she leans in. She feels safe, okay? But then, you have the heart over here. Something happens. Not because he did something wrong as a man, not because she's not attracted to him, but because the connection was too intense. Okay? It was not dangerous, it was not toxic, it was too real. Okay? And don't think that I'm saying those things like I'm delusional. She just didn't like you, because I had a comment on my last video, I think, last time, and a woman said, yeah, she pulls away because she just isn't into you. Okay, but then I make my point clear. The last dates that I had, you know, when you date 150 women, you have some kind of knowing on how to generate attraction. So that's what I do. I generate attraction just by being myself, to be real. Okay, so I'm just sitting there, and yeah, she feels safe. Yeah, she leans in. We even kiss on those first dates. You can see through her body language her smiling, that she's attracted. Then we walk outside of the bar and we're holding hands in the city. So please don't tell me that she's not attracted. Okay, you can see that on those dates she's really attracted. I'm not delusional, I'm just telling the truth. Okay? And so our nervous system, not her mind, says, this feels like something I've never known, something I've never felt. And for women, that's exactly what triggers them, especially if they learned to protect themselves, if their body is wired for control, if love always comes with chaos or pain. So what happened next? Not on those dates, of course, because yeah, I have women that when I see them on the first dates, it's really great and we have attraction. So because it's really great and we have attraction, I have a second date and sometimes a third, and sometimes the third date or fourth date. So if she wasn't attracted on the first date, she wouldn't take the time to go on another date with me. Nowadays, women have a lot of options, so if they really don't like a guy that much, they're not going to go on a second date. Okay, but a lot of times, always, I have that second date. But then something triggers in them. Like they feel like this starts to feel too real for me. And because it starts to feel too real for me, I pull away. Not because I did something wrong, because also on those days I'm respectful. I treat them with kindness. Not in a nice guy way kind of treating women, but just with my kindness. Just being present with kindness and yeah, having fun and enjoying the time together. And so if that woman has some healing problems, some trauma problems, her nervous system doesn't know what to do with it. So then it turns to survival mode because it feels too intense. And that's what I mean when I say it wasn't her choice. Okay, it was her nervous system deciding. Because first a woman feels with the body, and then she's going to think with her mind. And the truth is, guys, sometimes your presence is too real. It activates a part of her that's never felt safe enough to receive love. Okay? So here is what hurts the most. Sometimes she pulls away not because she felt nothing, but because she felt too much. Okay, you were too present, you were too grounded, too safe, too calm. And that kind of safety triggers something in her body. And her nervous system says, this is too intense. Or I'm losing control. And when you lose control, what does the nervous system do? It goes in survival mode. So she as a person goes in survival mode because she doesn't want to feel any pain. Okay? And so it's not because you're doing anything wrong, but it is because she never known what it feels like to receive something real. Without chaos or without drama. You gotta understand, guys, for some women, true safety is unfamiliar. And what is unfamiliar equals unsafe. So when you show up steady, warm, calm, her system goes into alert. She thinks this feels good, but can I trust it? And when she doesn't fully trust it, if it feels like a threat, then she pulls away, she pulls back. And so what I've seen firsthand, because again, I repeat myself, but this is important. I've been on dates where women were soft, feminine, present. She smiled, leaned into me, held my hand. It felt like she didn't want to be anywhere else. And we were even kissing each other on first dates. But then, a few days later, her energy shifted. She texted less, or not at all. And I was left wondering what changed. And for a long time, I blamed myself. Why? Because I was always satisfying hypergamy because I swallowed too much of red pill content about be a masculine guy, be the big guy, be the strong guy, be the bad boy, be the alpha guy, and you will satisfy hypergamy. So I was swallowing all those masculinity content, and yeah, hypergamy is something real. You need to satisfy hypergamy when you're on a date with a woman, otherwise you're going to be tested. She's going to play games to see if you're strong. Okay? And so I was always on those dates understanding hypergamy and satisfying it, but still they ran away. And so for that, I was always blaming myself, telling me, but I'm doing everything right. I'm satisfying hypergamy, and still they go away. And that's until I started seeing the pattern. It wasn't about what I said. It wasn't the date that was bad. It wasn't the timing. It was our nervous system. Our nervous system got overwhelmed. Not by danger, but by realness, by presence, by love. Because I just want to be honest, I love women. Okay? I have a very good bond with my mother. My mother was always there for me. She was always very soft with me, so I don't have any hates about women. I love women. The only thing I wanted to do is try to understand them. And I think because I dated 150 women or more, it gave me clarity and I understand them. So when I make all those videos, let's make it clear with you guys. I'm not here because I'm against women. I'm not here because I'm against women. I'm for women. I love women, okay? So, you know, it can be scary when the nervous system gets activated, especially with a woman who has a fearful avoidant attachment style or a dismissive avoidant attachment style, or that has some trauma that she didn't release, that's still there in her system. And so they create connection, but deep down, they don't trust it. Why? Because connection means opening up. And opening means surrender, means being vulnerable. And if you surrender, that means no control anymore. What does the ego want to do? It wants to control. Not because she's a bad person, because the women that I date, I truly like them. I see them as very good persons. On the inside, those are good women, but their ego has control over them. And control is what their nervous system is addicted to. So, what do you need to remember as a man? Listen, brother, stop asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Ask instead, what did she feel in my presence? Sometimes you were simply too real. For a woman who hasn't yet learned how to receive real safety. And that doesn't mean you should dim your light. It doesn't mean you need to be less or less grounded, less masculine, less present on those dates. It means the opposite. Be even more who you are as a man. Stand even deeper in your truth. Hold even stronger to your calm, your essence. And just let her go, guys. If her body can't hold you, because she did feel you. If you did everything right on the date, satisfying hypergamy, being that guy who is present, grounded, safe, funny, having a good time together, laughing with each other, playing around, being playful. When you did everything right, she did feel you, but she just wasn't ready for what you bring as a man. Okay? So know that you didn't scare her away. You showed her something real. And her nervous system wasn't ready to receive it yet. So let that sink in for yourself, guys. Okay? So, if this message hit home and you're done trying to figure this out alone, I'm offering a free one-on-one call for men who want to go deeper. No fluff, just trust, clarity, and presence. And if you want to connect with other men on the same journey, you also get free access to my community, to my private community, where I have a whole course about hypergamy and how to satisfy it in your dating life or in your relationship with women. The link is below. And if you also can relate in some situation with women, with the thing that I'm explaining to you, and you are a man who is clear, who is awake, who sees things for what they are, not delusional, if you can relate to that, and a woman is still pulling apart, leave a comment in the comment section. I'm always there to help, and I'm always there to answer. Okay, guys? So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao.